Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to focus on something a little bit different today, something that all of us, I believe, participate in, and that would be the everyday carry. And it's more like a buzzword as of late. You know, everyday carry, you see it, you hear about it, and many of us participate in it because we use tools either on a daily basis or a frequent enough basis that we have specific items that we like to carry on us personally. And so focusing here, obviously these are knives, and I think the majority of people, when you speak of everyday carry, they think of at least knives as one of the first options that they think of. So depending on what profession you're in and what you work on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, that might change what you carry in your pocket. But I wanted to share with you guys something that I found. I think it's been several years now that I own this item. It's one of these obviously here in the group, but I've had it for several years, and I've switched out between all of these, and ultimately I keep coming back to this one knife for various reasons. And some of you may be thinking, oh, it's the Milwaukee, right? The very infamous Milwaukee. It actually is not. Or maybe it's the Edge, or hey, the EDC fans. For me, it is actually the WORKPRO, and the name itself isn't something that stands out. WORKPRO does have some items, and I wouldn't say those items are especially well known or even well cared for in the tool industry. But I stumbled upon this setup, this WORKPRO knife, and I wanted to try it out. It's designed, it's a stainless steel knife and case, right? And everything about it is stainless steel. The quality of stainless steel, I'll be honest. Let me get a magnet here. Not that high quality. But I'd say it is sufficient enough for most people who are around water or moist areas. It does a pretty good job at keeping away rust, both internally, right? I mean, I've had this for several years. You can see inside there, I have no rust on this. Now, then again, I do live in a more arid environment, but this has worked well for me. Now, let's discuss what's so great about the WORKPRO, right? It's a no-name. It's essentially stamped steel, stainless steel. They don't say what quality it is, but I think it's a fairly low quality just because of the amount of magnetivity. But what makes this so nice for me is ultimately size, weight, and functionality. Jumping into the size, I mean, you look at this, folded up, it is just over 3 inches, 3¼ inches. Deployed, you're looking at 5½ inches. Now, size-wise, that works great for me, guys. I mean, putting this in my pocket, it's simple. The clip is a nice clip. It's a little fancy. I do like that you have the 45-degree angle bend on the end, so it allows you to get your finger on there. It has fairly tight, right, pressure on the belt clip. And I love that it's a deep pocket carry, so you don't have your knife out exposed. Maybe some of you guys like to show off what you got, but for me personally, I'd rather have my knife tucked away where it's still easy enough to grab out of my pocket, right? Pull it out and utilize. And it's nice because it's literally a one-hand feature. So taking a look here, what I love is the push button deployment. It's not assisted in any way, but much like the Milwaukee, right? Where the Milwaukees are famous for just being having a very nice tightness, but it's as you deploy, it allows it to freely kick out and come back in and lock. Much the same is the WORKPRO, right? It quickly deploys, comes back in. Very nice, very light. I mean, you're talking, I mean, it almost feels like it's half the weight of that, right? I don't like big bulky knives. I want something that has the functionality of a blade. It has roughly the same length of blade as the Milwaukee. That's extended. The Milwaukee has just a slightly larger amount. The Milwaukee has, as you can tell too, also the wire cutter. But those are things that I don't necessarily need in my pocket, right? If I need my knife, it's going to be for something quick, cutting straps, cutting a box open, cutting whatever item it is. I like the quickness and ease and feel, right? This feels great. I mean, I like the detent in the hand to allow you to grab it, right? And then the thumb actually has a nice flat surface. The surface itself is more of a satin finish. They say it's like a sandblasted texture. It's not quite that rough, but it feels more satin and smooth. So it allows you to get a good grip, but not too grippy. So I love that. It also has a lanyard position in the rear, or if you want to put a lanyard on there. Me personally, I don't use a lanyard for this, or a keychain. The release and function of the blade is, I mean, it's very simple. It's well drawn out here. Push up and pull out the blade. So just take your fingernail, place it on there, push it up. It's spring loaded. Pull out your blade. Same function for putting it in. And what keeps it contained, right, is this insert here, right? And I like the simplicity of this too. This is stamped steel. It's literally two pieces that hold it together. And this piece actually drops in on the cutouts in your blade. And so this works also for all professional grade blades. Obviously you get one position for them, not multiples. Maybe the three hole one might be able to get you one more location in there, but you're ultimately limited on how far back you could go by this stopper right here. But I mean, guys, for functionality wise, for weight, and these are only some of the EDC knives that I have. I mean, I have a whole slew of other knives that I've used, and I like them for different purposes and reasons. But you stack this up to any one of these knives, right? For having the ability to flip out and the quickness and easiness, right, of getting your blade. It's just so easy, so light, guys. So if you haven't checked it out, I would check it out. These are at Amazon. They come in a pack of 3. I think I paid, yeah, for all 3 of mine, I think $18 shipped. So super cheap, super easy to get a hold of. If you don't like them, you can return them as well. But ultimately, guys, one thing that WORKPRO has, I think, done well is create this knife. Now, and I'll talk about another one. This isn't the only style. Another manufacturer has their name on it too, so which makes me think that this goes out to a third party, and then WORKPRO just has their name etched on the exterior. As you can see, it's kind of being worn out. But guys, 2 years of using this, it's been a great tool. I have no complaints. So what do you guys like? What is your everyday carry knife, and why do you like it? And have you checked this out? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. So please feel free to comment and drop a like and subscribe. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.